Hello again, YouTube, Facebook. I know a lot of people is gloating, thinking it's all over in regards to Trump, but it's not over. Anytime you have to cheat, you hate a person so bad that you have to cheat on the election, calling states that he's gonna win just so the candidate that you want. They want to put us all in these barbaric schools, our kids. They want our kids to be in these barbaric schools. They don't want homeschool. They want to take away guns. Let me tell you something. Either candidate, the end of the world is going to come eventually, but those antics are going to come much quicker through Biden. So, for my fellow Trump supporters, let's hope that they'll count these votes. They'll find out the votes that are not supposed to even be in there. If you're a felon, you still don't have the right to vote. If you're a legal immigrant, you don't have the right to vote. So once they pick through these votes and all these people who voted 2 and 3 times with the early voting trying to get over, when it's all said and done, I'm still believing that Trump is going to be the winner. But a lot of these people, here's the bad part about politics. And when you really understand politics, you understand that either side ain't perfect, but you look at people like me. Now I look at people and I think like, that's what you stand for? I shouldn't be dealing with you like that. I really shouldn't be dealing with you if that's what you believe in. Because the candidate that you vote for, you got to take the good with the bad. So I'm looking at people who say they saved now, say they believers. I'm looking at them different. And a lot of other people I'm looking at different. In regards to this race stuff, that's no reason to change presidents, especially if there's proof that the person that you're trying to put in there has even more racial tendencies than the last person. So I don't get these people, y'all, and I don't get YouTube and all the censoring they doing too, because it's like there's a thing called impressions, and judging by my impressions and judging by some of the other people who were talking about theirs, I know that YouTube has a problem with me, and it's a lot of my conservative views and a lot of my biblical views that they have a problem with. But I mean, nonetheless, it's clearly evident that Trump is the more sharp, the more viable candidate. Everything is about emotion in the United States. Like, these are grown men, and they're going by their own personal emotions. Like, that's not good. And then this is the same country where you have a lot of grown men that are being supported and taken care of by women. And I wonder how many of those votes that Biden get from men who are not even taking care of themselves, but are taken care of by women. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Like, we in this country, we can't even get an election right. Like, Trump's electoral votes haven't moved in practically 20 hours. And then you got people on Facebook, and I'm going to tell you like this, Facebook is crummy anyway. I only use it for entertainment purposes, just to pass the time. I realize that there's a lot of liberals on Facebook, crummy people on Facebook, people that should have been closer to you anyway that's not on Facebook. Facebook is just to pass the time. I don't even take Facebook serious now, especially knowing that a lot of these people in the city of Milwaukee are the ones who put Biden over the top. If you look at the black vote in Milwaukee. Biden has it. And let me tell you something. Our mayor, Tom Barrett, is a Democrat. And do you approve of the job he's doing? You obviously do. Because you're voting for that party that he belongs to. Well, I think I've said enough. This election is garbage, y'all. And a lot of y'all, I see why you poor now. You're poor because you're too emotional and you don't make the right decisions. And I'll admit, a lot of my financial problems came from the same thing. This don't got nothing to do with Trump. Trump ain't even been in there for a full 4 years. Your financial problems are because of you. Weed, crack, being a hoe. Yeah, I said it. I'm censored anyway. Those are the reasons why people are poor. Not saving money. This has nothing to do with Trump. And if you're old and you have to rely on Social Security and you don't have investments, that's your fault. This ain't Trump's fault. Every year, they're going to take Social Security. They're going to take Social Security. Okay. Everybody have a nice day. This is the Truth Blaster. You've been blasted with the truth. And when the truth comes out, if my candidate, President Donald J. Trump, reigns supreme, I'm not going to rub it in. I'm just going to continue as usual, trying to take care of myself, take care of my family, stay healthy, and get my own money. In the past, I've had to ask people. That's over and done with. If I ever were to come up short again, I'm just going to be short. Period. Because